We're here on the 11th of January 2010. WeAreChange LA. We're here on the bridge on Hollywood Boulevard over the Hollywood Freeway with our beautiful blue banners. And so far we got, I don't know, almost 20 people here, expecting more. And we're just now starting to pick up. This is always, we got to get our fix. This is always rewarding to be out here. Honks are going to start happening. Traffic on Hollywood Boulevard is going to start clogging up. We're handing DVDs, get our bullhorns out, and we're just having a great time.
Oh, this is an alarm clock for people to wake up. This is a daytime alarm. This is an everyday alarm. And sort of a once-a-month alarm that we do now to wake people up and just get the information out. And we're in a small location, Hollywood, but it's still a small location when you think about the global effects of 9/11, the 4 undeclared wars that we're in since 9/11. And so we're just doing our part here, and we're lucky to have a lot of great people out here that are awake. And I encourage everybody in your town, wherever you're from, just to keep it up. You know, keep talking about Building 7, keep talking about the financial collapse, keep talking about these things. The more you talk about them, the better you'll get, and the more comfortable you'll feel about talking about these issues with people.
9/11 Truth's the most important thing I can think of, and participating in these banners over the freeways is just what keeps me going.
I'm a big advocate for 9/11. I lost a friend in the North Tower that day. My girlfriend was in New York at the time. She inhaled a lot of dust and smoke, almost died as well. So definitely something I stand for and look for. The future of this country is really falling apart, and many people who are struggling really, you know, follow this movement because they know that 9/11 caused the majority of the problems that we're in right now. So, yeah.
Less people that, if you say, well, I don't care, well then, just going to keep going on and on and on. So we got to keep our government in check. They work for us. They're the one. We put them in office. We elect them. We can take them out of office.
9/11 Truth is one of the most legitimate movements we have going out there right now. It's if people look at the last 10 years or so of our history, 9/11, September 11th was one piece, probably the beginning piece of a puzzle that's taking place. Now we have 2 wars going on. We have torture inside of our history, and none of which is solving anything. It's unprecedented in our history. So I think it's important for us to come together with all these issues. If you look at everybody, we have in the Fed, you know what I'm talking. We have a lot of them, and for me, when I write about a variety of subjects because there's a lot going on that's wrong. So you know, if everybody can come together and try to change a lot of those central issues, I think it might work out.
It's been a wonderful time being involved with people who simply want to bring truth and, you know, in way of information to people about something that is so important to everything that's going on.
Yeah, I am a member of the Architects and Engineers for 9/11 Truth, and it's really simple. It's a simple equation. You've got 2 airplanes and 3 buildings down in the World Trade Center complex. 2 airplanes, North Tower, South Tower, World Trade Center 7. World Trade Center 7 didn't go down until late in the afternoon. It went down in a matter of about 7 or 8 seconds, which is free full speed, meaning the steel structure that was in that building put up 0 resistance to the building falling. There's no possible explanation for that apart from controlled demolition. So we have to ask ourselves, who was responsible for the controlled demolition of World Trade Center 7? It's very simple. 2 airplanes, 3 buildings. It doesn't add up. Architects and Engineers for 9/11 Truth will tell you more.
Yeah, the firemen came out and they're on the mum ward now. You'll get fired, your pension will be robbed away from you and all that kind of stuff. They can't say a word. But at first they wanted to say, we heard charges going off in the building as we were going up. So what does that tell you?
I remember how nothing seemed right. You know, it looked like a bomb. It didn't look like a plane. And the more I watch it, and the more I learn, you know, that's not something that would be done by a fuel tank hidden in the side of a building. That's something done with deliberately well-placed charges inside that building. And they've used those kind of attacks as a means to erode all of our freedoms, but especially the culture of liberty in this country is under attack.
I do know that after 9/11, things changed very dramatically in this country. We started one war and then another. We passed the Patriot Act and then the Patriot Act Part 2. Now we're starting more wars in Yemen, and it's all happened at a calamitous speed, and it all started after 9/11. So we're all smart people. We can try to connect the dots and hypothesize who's behind it, but the important thing is to see exactly what has happened. And we've started many wars, and we've taken away a lot of our rights, and that's the important thing to focus on.
You know, as we can see today, a lot of cars are driving by and they're beeping in support, and I think that's one indication of the extent to which America is waking up. While many people are sleeping, there's a large number and there's a growing citizens-based group of people who are questioning the events of 9/11, and as Americans, I think we owe it not only to ourselves but to our children and the rest of society to ask questions, to hold those who were involved or even our representatives accountable, and we also need to demand a new investigation.
What we want to see is we want people to take the scientific information seriously. Science is incontrovertible, irrefutable that these buildings were controlled demolitions. That's the science. Who did it? We won't know until we have a real investigation. And right now, the majority of the commission members, the 9/11 commission members, are already saying that they recant their former work on the commission. So what we need is a new investigation, and we need it as soon as possible so we can find out who did it and stop whoever it is, because it's obviously someone that has control in our government.
We're not telling you about Building 7 because they know once you look at it, you'll know it's a controlled demolition. 9/11 was an inside job. All three towers came down in controlled demolition. Watch.
It's really good out here. Like that, right there. Everybody, all positive, all positive. I think after 8 years, people are totally on board. You know, and it's just a matter of getting them out in the streets now. And this is how you do it, by letting them see you out here on the street.
11 was not the worst of our government. Good, sweet. Give it to someone else then.
Watching the video, WeAreChange. WeAreChange. Yeah, that opened my eyes, and I was like, wow, I can't be quiet about this. It's just too much.
It was just, it's been about a 5-year journey for me to get me to this point, and I just wanted to do something about it. I wanted to be part of people who felt and understood the same things I did. And so here I am.
Building 7 is the third tower that fell on 9/11. It's an obvious controlled demolition. They're hiding Building 7 from you because they know once you see Building 7, you'll know that 9/11 was an inside job, because Building 7 is an obvious controlled demolition.
I'm a firm believer that if you don't check your government, you can expect tyranny. That's all you can expect. So you definitely, if you need to know what happened that day, they're not going to give you the answers unless you ask. So that's what we're out here doing today. We're just asking the questions.
I just think that we're going to continue to gain strength. It's a grassroots movement, and that's how it works. You start out with small numbers, then you grow slowly, but you grow strong.
You know, our government has too much power. We need to limit the size of our government. Let's bring back our constitutional republic, because if we don't, we're guaranteed to be slaves in our own homeland.
Truth is the greatest weapon that we have, because A, we can avoid future attacks from happening, and B, the next time that they attack us, which it will happen when they do it, more people will wake up as well. So anything that they do, now that truth is out, anything that they do, more truth is going to rise up. And that's the battle right here, I believe, the battle between deception and truth. And we have truth on our side. Truth will prevail, and they will not get a new world order.
Don't willingly lay down your liberty in order to get security, because as one of our founding fathers said, those who are going to give up their liberties deserve neither to get security deserve neither liberty nor security.